To everyone that has reached out to us, for all the well wishes, for all the congratulatory messages, we say a very big thank you to
Thank
everybody. Thank you
you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
We're
you.
really grateful. We really appreciate the love and the support.
Yeah, we may not be able to reply all the comments because there are so much, but we really, really appreciate your love, the support. You guys made us feel special.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you people are really liking what we put out there, and it means a lot to us. So
yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we thought to ourselves that as much as it feels really good to be back together with our children, to be reunited, we felt it would also be very beneficial to people out there to talk about our journey and how it was for us without our children for 8 months. For some people, it's shorter. For some people, it's longer. I know people who have been without their children for 2 years, for 3 years, and maybe even longer. So we just want people out there to know how it feels and how it was like for us without our children for 8 months. So if this is something you'd like to hear or know about, please stick with us till the end of the video. And please don't mind the background noise.
I was just going to
Now we
say
have our
that
children around.
we have backup singers and
Yeah.
actors now, so please
Yeah, so
bear with
please,
us.
yeah, bear with us. Thank you. So at the time when we put out the video of we relocating to the UK and we came ahead of our children, it was really a dicey one because we knew it would go well with some people and it won't go well with some people. And of course, we saw the outcome. There were a lot of criticism, a lot
Yeah,
of castigation. Oh, you guys didn't do well. You shouldn't have left your children. You people are wicked. I mean, we have comments that even say that even says we are
a
bad
comment
parents.
that stood out. The person said, and it was a woman. She said, "You people are bad parents.
Yes,
How
yes.
can you leave your children? You are bad parents. How can you use that word? How are you any better? Okay, because you are with your children now, you are the best parents in the
Wait,
world."
let's keep that to the end of the video so that people don't. Yeah. Yeah,
That
so
comment was really, really off
we have a
and
lot of comments like that.
inappropriate.
Yes, and it's something we also will talk about. So I was saying that before we put out that video, we sat together and we thought about it because as much as people feel like they know a lot about us, we don't put out everything about our family and about ourselves. So we sat together, is this going to be beneficial for people? It's not just for gist, just for people to know that they didn't go with their children. No. At the time, we felt like we were the only ones that wanted to do something like that. We didn't find a lot of people who did that
Yeah,
at that time. So we just felt, okay, let's educate people, let people know how it
you
is.
can do that also.
That if you want to, you can also do that. Then secondly, we already had a lot of people asking questions about us. We're already posting pictures. We're now in the UK, just the both of us. Where are the children? I know answering everybody one at a time is just almost impossible.
Yeah,
So that video was also to inform people that we are here and our children are not with us at the time. Yes. So the journey has been a very not has been worse because now it's past tense. Yeah, so the journey was was it dicey,
was a very, I don't even
rocky,
know the word to use. That's one of the reasons why we are sitting down to make this video, because
trying to find a
we
word.
just want to encourage people that are coming. The journey is not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah,
It's a very rough, very emotional, very, I don't want to use the word bad because it's
not
not
bad.
bad.
I was even about to say in a lot of ways beneficial.
It's beneficial, but you go through a lot of emotions. I mean, I don't even know where we are going to start this video from, but
We started. So
uh,
something came to mind. I remember it was a Sunday morning. It was around I think past 4 in the morning, and I was sleeping. I was enjoying my sleep. I just heard someone was wailing, not crying, not weeping, like wailing, and it was my wife. So I just woke up. Honestly, the first thought that crossed my mind was that someone died, because it was very unusual. So I moved close to her. Babe, what's up? What's the problem? I picked up her phone to check if she got any call or any message. Nothing like that. What's the problem? And she said, I want my children.
I beg, Jerry.
Which guy? You feel it? So like, which kind of wahala be this again? I thought we were in this together. So I understand that as much as we had made the conscious decision at the time and we're ready to follow it through, there are just times that you be emotionally down.
In fact,
That Sunday was just off for me.
that
And I can't even
Sunday-
forget, I got to church and the pastor told me to anchor a part of the service. But I wasn't even in the right frame of mind. So, it was just, that Sunday was just off.
It's only the Sunday you are aware of.
And
there were other days that I can just be walking the streets and I'll just remember that, hey, Jesus, my children, my heart will just start beating fast. I will just be having panic attacks and I'll just start crying.
yeah.
So some days I'll just be acting like a mad person. And I'll just, most of the time, when I can't talk with my husband, because I don't want to put him under too much pressure.
No, just continue.
I don't want to put him under too much pressure because we're already on pressure. I'll just send a long message to my sister. There was one I sent to her. She had to call me immediately that, please, I should take it easy. That your children are doing fine. They are okay. Just calm down. Make the money. Do your best. If it's not possible, because we used to give each other deadlines. For me, it was really a very, very difficult time in my life. Like, I've never done something that I don't think I ever will. It was the most difficult.
Yeah, another one I remember. You remember December when the children were having one presentation in church?
Goodness. You see that December period, it was very, because people were with their families, they were celebrating Christmas. In fact, I told my husband during Christmas I'm picking shifts because I don't want to think about anything. Let me just go to work. At least when I'm working, I won't be thinking of a lot. But it was like, no, we'll go to our friend's place instead. And those ones invited us over. So that Christmas day, it was on Sunday in church. The little children, they wanted to do, what do we call it, choreography or something.
Like
so they were dressed in white and with some, they were so pretty. It was looking so good. And when they came out, because I'm an usher in church, I saw them first. I was like, oh, my daughter should have been part of them or something. She too would have done something. And I just said, oh, it is well, next year. Because that time I was already back. What will I do? I'm like, next year. And then later, in like some minutes after, I just felt like, how will my husband take this? Because I know he can get emotional as well. And then I just looked towards where he was sitting and I just saw the person, head bowed. I knew that something is going on. So I just went to sit beside him. Luckily, there was a space beside him. I just went to sit beside him. Are you okay? He just started crying inside the church. Hey, not a lot of people knew because we were at the back.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, we're in church, don't cry.
And for me too, that wasn't the first time. There was one before that too, that they announced that who led the dads out.
Yeah.
That program. The day they announced, I was like, hey. And I think partly why it was like that was the first deadline we set to have the children with us was December.
Yes.
That God willing by December we'll have everybody
was
together.
Broken. So we just had to go to Birmingham to our friends' place because if we were both at home, it wouldn't have been nice at all.
It wouldn't have rugbo.
We'd just be, crying on each other. We'd have just been crying on each other.
And I remember at work, at the time I was doing a lot of overtime. I was doing 12-hour shifts back to back, like every day. I would do Saturday, I would do Friday. One of my supervisors called me and said, Femi, is there any problem? Yeah, Femi, is there any problem? I said, I don't understand. He said, like, are you saving for a holiday or is there something going on with the family? Are you in a kind of financial? I said, no. So I was just laughing. I said, why did you ask? He said, because of the number of overtime you are putting, you are working back to back every day. I said, yes, I just have to sort some stuff. He said, no, really, I want to know. Because the number of hours you've done in the past few weeks is I don't even know if I should say remarkable. So I told him I was saving up for the children. I just explained everything to him that we're planning to have children over one thing. So that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Once him. Then sometime later, one of my colleagues called me and said, "Man, you need to really slow down. You need to slow down." And I was lost, like, what's the problem? He said, "You work so hard, you make the rest of us look like we're lazy." That's exactly how he said it. I just started laughing. So I did so much overtime that people from other shifts knew my name without even recognizing me. But there's one guy, like, he's always working. You come for Sunday, shift is there. You do overtime, is there. Morning shifts will meet me, afternoon shifts will like every shift they are meeting me the way I'm like, what's the problem? It's because one, apart from working so much to make money, the other one is also that there's really nothing to do at home. You can't just be idle at home.
As
You
in,
you
you
start
need to do
thinking.
something.
We just had to do things,
I
so
noticed that that time when I think more is when I have nothing to do.
yeah.
When I'm on my own.
Yeah.
You see that Christmas, because we had a deadline and we
Yeah.
tried our best, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. So as much as it is beneficial, some people can actually afford it. They can afford to relocate with everyone.
Please, if you can, just go with it, because this
Yeah.
process is your heart to be. I don't know. For women, I know it takes a lot on
Yeah.
us. So, and as well the men. But if you can afford it, just go ahead and bring your family.
Yeah. So someone reached out to me recently, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, regarding something like this. And what I said was, firstly, if you can afford, if you have the money, that if you don't get accommodation in a month or 2 months, you won't really be affected. If you have the money, if you can afford it, move with everyone. If you can't afford it, the only condition that should stand before you even think about leaving your children is if you have safe hands that you can put them with, people you can trust with
That's
your
the
life.
first thing.
With your life, that if you don't hear from your children in 2 days, in 3 days, you won't really be bothered because you'll be sure that they're in good hands. If you don't have someone like that, please don't even dare it. Here are some of the things we did to help us measure up emotionally. Because, of course, there was a lot of emotional strain, a lot of mental, I don't know the exact word to use, but mental stress, concerning we being away from our children. And these are some of the things we did to measure up emotionally.
Yes. So I number one will be God. I mean, we cannot say our story without saying how faithful God is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just look back and ask myself, how was I able to leave a 3 months old or almost 4 months old baby back in Nigeria and just move, leave everything and just number one, God was our strength throughout the process.
Mhm.
Throughout the 8 months, whenever we were down and saying, I don't think I can do this anymore, the God always show up. He always sent people to us,
Yeah.
and we always find joy and strength in His word. I used to say that the joy of the Lord is my strength,
Yeah.
because if I finish crying inside my room, I will go out and you won't even know that I've been crying all day. I will still be smiling and laughing with everybody. Sometimes even before going to school, I will cry my eyes out. I will still go to class and act normal, because what else? You can't kill yourself.
Mhm.
So our hope was in Christ. We were doing our best, and we know that if He only can make it possible, you can only do your. I don't know your faith or where whatever background you are from, but just hold on to God. If you are in our shoes, keep praying, do your best, and I know that God will make it come true for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And the second one, I don't know if it's for the both of us, but personally, was work. You know, as much as we found solace and we found comfort in God, in prayer and in God's word, I also found some kind of comfort in working. One, it keeps me busy, it keeps me occupied, away from being idle. Two, no matter how little you make or no matter how little you save, you are saving up for something. So I knew it was going to count for something.
Yeah.
Every pound was worth it for me. So if there's 15 minutes overtime, I'm taking it because I know that every pound or every is this cent or penny? Penny. Every pound or every penny was worth it for me. you know. So I also found comfort in going to work, as funny as that might sound. Yeah, and it really worked for me, you know. It helped me, it relieved me of some emotional burden. It relieved me of some emotional burden.
Emotional. Yomse, please, can you keep it down?
Hello, Mike, Maori.
So another thing I just remember now is we had each other, and that was very important.
Yeah.
Like, we encouraged each other. We didn't leave each other. In fact, throughout the period, we didn't have a massive fight because what are we fighting? We have only just the both of us. We have just both of us here. Who are you fighting with? If you fight with your partner, who are you going to talk to? Because it's just the both of us, right?
Yeah.
So we encourage each other, and that's what I'm going to say. If you are planning on doing this or you're already into this, you and your partner need to be in one accord.
Yeah.
Because you will both need each other. You will need each other's shoulder to cry on, to lean on when your own strength cannot take you. You know, you need to rely on each other. You have to come together to make decisions. You cannot say, me, I've already done it, so I thought you knew or something. No, you need each other in this process. So if you're planning to leave your children, and you people have fights from years before, you're just doing boku. Please don't, you can't even do it here, because who are you going to talk to?
Yeah, just to lay more emphasis on that. See, if both parents are here or abroad and the children are back home, and it was one person's decision to leave the children behind or to come ahead of the children. If you people have one small misunderstanding, see the way you people will fight, or if any issue comes up with the children, the way you people will fight,
or if
the way you blame yourselves, like you're the one that said we should leave them alone, the way you people will fight. See, we've seen things, we've heard things, even from people that are very close to us, so we know these things. Just try to avoid that by all means. Make sure both of you are on board. It's something I always like to say when I'm speaking to people or when I'm, responding to messages. You and your wife or you and your husband, please sit together and come up with a plan. Make a decision. Just make sure the both of you agree. The both of you are on board. If not, the journey will be difficult. It's easier when both of you are on board. I'm not saying there won't be challenges, there won't be problems, but you guys are going through it together, and that's it.
Or I wanted to say, some people, if it's just one person that made the decision of, if let's put kids aside now, of relocating. You know, some people, I've gotten a message that my husband doesn't want to relocate to. I'm saying it again, please conclude with your partner, agree, because this place, you will not see shege.
Has a lot of meaning. The that she did has a lot of meaning. So it won't make sense at all for us to talk about all these things and not give a very special shout out. And I know we've done Thanksgiving at the beginning of the video, but also to give a very special shout out to everyone who, out of their time, sent us messages or reached out to us to ask about the children, to ask of their welfare, how they're doing. We're really grateful, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We know at times our response might not be exactly what you expect, but it just depends on how you are presenting your concern. For some people to come out to say that you people shouldn't have done like that, or you people should make sure that the children, you people should.
Or some people will just call you and say, you people should make sure you pick your children. Like, do you
want to be more concerned for our children than we, the parents? And I should say,
I'm sorry.
Maybe it should be like a public apology to anyone who feels offended that personally, I had to restrict or cut off communication with some people, at least for a while. Because anytime I try to reach out to some people, or anytime they try to reach out to us, and they're talking about the children,
that's
like, what are you people doing? It's been 5 months, it's been 6 months, and the children are not here. You people should.
It was too much.
And we knew that we were trying our best. We were trying our absolute best. We knew that. We are the parents. You can't be more concerned than we, the parents. So we understand that it is also out of concern. But there's a limit to how much you should talk, or there's a way to present what you're saying that won't come with any kind of offense. We set a target for ourselves, and we're working very hard to meet up with the target. That we set like 2 or 3 deadlines that did not work. We deadline, you extend the deadline again and you keep working.
That extension is always heartbreaking for me.
Yeah.
We were like December or December did not
In January.
January or before my birthday, we have to do this. God.
Yeah. So I was just trying to say thank you to everyone that reached out to us. We're really grateful. And also, I should say to those.
Not to say anything, not boo anybody.
No, I'm not booing anybody. I'm not booing anybody. I'm saying it to anyone who wants to make this kind of decision.
Okay.
Don't consider what people will say. It is very, very important. See, if you go back to our video of saying we relocated without children or something like that, if you go through the comment section, you understand what we're talking about. See, people will abuse you, people will insult, people will curse you, people will say all manner of things against you. You're not taking care of your children. You're not. Someone said recently that we don't even deserve the children. Do you remember? We'll try to look out for these comments. How can you? And my response,
you don't.
When I'm responding to messages,
them
when I'm trying to respond to messages, I always try to be as polite as possible. In my head, I might have said a lot of things, but when I'm responding, I just try to be polite. And I told the person that who are you to determine who deserves their children or doesn't deserve their children? Like, it's just give me a nice word. You know the word in my head. Give me a nice one.
It's crazy.
No, don't let's use that one. That one is not nice. It's just, I mean, how can you say something like that? The children are not your children. They are not your business. They are not your problem. See, most of these people, I'm sorry about how it might sound. It's just very important I say this. Most of the people that lambast you, that say terrible things against you, some of them don't have children. I'm not saying they can't bear children. I'm saying they are not married, or maybe they are married, they don't have children yet. So some people don't know, they don't understand what it means to have children or to be responsible for children. They don't know the kind of decision you have to make. They don't know about the sleepless nights you have had. They don't know about your finances. They don't know about how hard you tried to move the sacrifices. They don't know. They are not in that shoes. They are not in those shoes. They are not in that position. So they just cannot understand. So they just say it based on their sense of reasoning, or how do we put it? And some people that even have a family that have children, I'm sorry, some people don't know what it takes or what it means to relocate. Some people don't know. And I'm not trying to insult anyone.
They don't even have plans.
See, if you know people who have relocated and you share your experience or your story with them, they will understand. Because they understand what it means to relocate. They understand how much it costs to relocate two people, not to talk of a family of four. So people that understand, you won't see people in the UK or people that have relocated abroad or people that have children that have relocated say trash about you. So don't be mindful of what people will say. Just do what you have to do in the best interest of yourself, your children, and your family. It is your problem. They are your children. It is your business. It is your project. So don't mind. People will talk. Don't mind that. Calm down.
Error.
Yeah, so I'm not angry. I was just, trying to.
I was going to say, after the video of sharing that we left our children back in Nigeria, I now felt bad that maybe we shouldn't have said anything. Maybe we should have kept it to ourselves, because I was just back to back, Instagram everywhere. Like, how can you? Okay. Some people will be nice and say, "Oh, it is well. The Lord is your strength," But now I'm happy we shared the video, because a lot of people now have come out to say that they also left their children.
It never felt like, wait, is it because of us you people are now leaving your children?
I was not like,
because after we knew that, we were not seeing a lot of people that left their children, and people that were even intending to do the same.
Yeah.
Even up till now, that the moment of making this video.
You remember this last video we posted about reuniting with them?
Yeah.
A lot of comments like that. I can't wait to reunite with my children.
Yes.
I can't wait. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 months. All that. But you people were not saying anything before. We thought we were just alone.
Yeah.
So we are really happy that we are doing this. At least we are encouraging people.
Yeah.
They can come on YouTube and search and see that, someone else has had this experience, and this was how it turned out for them. Yeah. So we're happy to be your muse.
Yeah. So finally, we really pray, we sincerely pray for anyone, you are not with your children at the moment, might be home, might be abroad, due to any kind of circumstance or challenge. We really pray, we sincerely pray that God will reunite you guys back in a very short time.
Amen.
That everything you need, every resource, every financial, the finances, anything you need to make it happen, God will provide for you.
Amen.
God will bless you with the gifts of men. People will favor you, and God will bless you. God will bless your family.
Amen.
Wherever you guys are, wherever the parents are, wherever the children are, God will look after everyone.
Amen.
Everyone will be in perfect peace. And when you guys will be reuniting, to be like a love story. It will be, just like you're having the children afresh. To be a love story. God will make it happen. So please relax, calm down. Yeah.
I also want to share that our transition to having the children was really smooth.
Yeah.
Like it felt like we know each other. Even my baby, I'm sure she knows that we are even on the phone when I'm speaking with her. It's always she knows me, she recognizes me, and now she's in my handbag everywhere. I have to escape to leave her at home. Okay, so if you are scared that your baby know you or your children know you, look at my own, very young, and I'm sure your own they are older, so don't be
when the children grow up and you tell them that at some point we left you for 8 months, they won't even remember. They will, you left me one time,
and they will even be happy you did.
Yeah.
At least, I mean, if you are going to a good place, better than where they are, you are giving them a better future. They will be happy. That's it.
Overall, pata. If you want to take this step or make this decision, we're not telling you it's a good move. We're not telling you it's a bad move. Our circumstances are different. Our cases are different. Just sit. If it's husband and wife, sit with your family. Make the best decision for yourselves, for your children, in the best interest of yourselves and your family alone. Thank you very much. And I think we have it for today.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. If you have stayed with us till now, I know it is out of love.
It's needed.
It is out of love. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Please click on the thumbs up. It will help our videos reach across.
Subscribe, please. We're having all these massive views and subscription. The increase is not even. Please,
you that you've not subscribed,
just subscribe.
I'm talking to you. Yes, you
are
know
watching
what
our
doing.
video. You like our video.
Yes.
You're enjoying it, and you're praying for us. Congratulations! Comment is going to produce subscription. I'm sorry, but please subscribe to our channel. Just if you won't pay for it, so it's free. Just subscribe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So we'll see you some other time.
Bye.
And I know you've missed this, but it will be.